Hi everyone, happy Money Monday. Um, so today's Money Monday, I want to talk about setting goals and give you some tips and tricks to keep them on track. So I want to talk about money goals, but you can really use this for any kind of goal. My thing with goals is that they really work and it helps you to stick to them if you tie it to something that's important to you, to an emotion. Um, if you just have this goal, but you don't have an emotional attachment to it, it's going to be really hard to reach. You because it you won't have anything pushing you to get there. You won't have that like fire in your stomach type of feeling of like, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is where I need to go. So tie it to something emotional. So if it's saving for your child to go to college, let's say, think about you providing a future for your child and what that feels like, and how amazing it's going to feel when you can give them a higher education, and not have to have them pay for it. If it's paying down your debt or paying off your debt, then really tie it to the emotional feeling of being free, finally feeling unburdened of all of that debt, that crushing debt that's weighing down on you. If the goal is to buy a house, then think about owning something, having that emotional attachment to having something that is your own and that is an investment for you, and a roof over your head, and knowing that that it's yours now. You're not signing a lease and have to deal with the landlord and have to deal with other things. So that's setting the goal, right? Like thinking of your goal, tying it to something that's strong emotionally for you. And then really think about what are mini goals that you can line up like milestones in order to reach your larger goal. That is also really important because a lot of us get discouraged if things aren't happening fast enough. But if you set yourself up with a lot of mini goals, then you're not going to get discouraged because you'll be reaching these smaller goals all of the time, and you'll be able to celebrate every time you do. And that's another key piece of this, of you have to be able to celebrate these smaller milestones that lead you to your eventual bigger, more greater goal, right? Um, another thing that I really want to talk about is keeping your goals like front and center in your life. So a lot of times this really works when you have visual aids. So one of the things that I have my coaching clients do is a vision board. And I ask them to get really, really specific. So if your goal is to buy a house, I want you to find the house, the exact house that you are saving for. And granted, that house might not be available at that point, or you might you might end up purchasing a house that's similar, but like I want you to get so specific that I want you to know the area that you want to buy your house, print out a picture of the Zillow listing. Like, I want you to get so freaking specific on it. And that's with any goal. You want, if your vision board has you going on vacation, I want you to pick the place. So if you want to go to Paris and you want to spend a week there, I want you to pick the hotel that you're going to be staying at and the activities that you're going to do. And I want you to think about how much all of that is going to cost you. I want you to look up flight tickets, like the entire thing. I want you to get so specific because that will make it real for you. That'll bring on a little bit more of that emotion for you. So create a vision board for yourself of your super specific goals and pick an assortment, right? Have some super short-term ones, some like medium term, so short term as in like in the next 6 months. Then medium length goals like a year to 3 year goals, and then and then some long term, so like 5 to 10 years. Have your vision board have all of these goals, and then keep it somewhere where you're going to see it every single day, so that you remember what you're working for, where you're planning on going. Another visual aid that really helps when you're going to pay down debt is they have all of these like coloring pages for, it's almost like a chart that as you pay off your debt, you color it in. And so that really is another visual aid, and I can give you some links to those that you can download for free and just print them out and use them. They have for debt free, for paying off student loans, for saving for retirement. They have all these different charts that you can use. So that's another visual aid that can really help you. Thermometer charts, same thing. Those are visual aids that can help you save towards your goals and keep them, in the forefront and be like a visual interpretation of the success, of your achievements, of your progress, of the progression of your goal. Another thing is to keep your goals on you. So I have these business cards that I give out, and on the inside you can write down your goals, and then you keep it with you so that every time you go to make a purchase, you keep it in your wallet, and that's the first thing you see. So now, before you go to make a purchase, you're look in your wallet, you're going to pull out your credit card, and then you see this little card that has your goals on it. And it's going to make you take a second to think about whether that purchase that you're going to make is, in fact, something that you really want to do. Is it going to help you reach your goals, or is it going to hurt you reaching your goals? And I actually just heard of another really good idea of how to do that. And that is to put a piece of colored decorative tape on your credit card itself with a saying on it. So, or with a question. So you could literally put a piece of decorative tape on your credit card and write on top of it, is this going to help me reach my goal? And then every time you take out that credit card, you look at that question and it reminds you, is this what I really want to do? Is this what I need to do? Is this going to help me reach my goals, or is this going to hurt me reaching my goals? Do I really need this item that I'm buying? Or is this just me trying to fill some hole, some void in my life? And if the answer is that you're just trying to fill a hole, fill a void, I say reach out to a friend to talk to them about that. Reach out to your support system and actually work on filling that void with something that's not going to be detrimental to your future. So that's this new little tip that I really wanted to share with you guys to go even further. If your issue is credit card debt, and if you feel like you're not able to save because you're so bogged down in credit card debt, and you find that your way of coping with things is retail therapy, like that is the tip for you today. Take that piece of tape, put it directly on your credit cards, and then write your goal on it, write a question to yourself, write your money mantra on it, whatever it is that you need to do that's going to make you think twice about using that card for something that's not a necessity or a must-have for your career. And if some of you have taken my class in Shark Dress Success School, the needs versus wants versus must-haves class, that is for you. If you do not know what's the difference between a need, a want, and a must-have in your life, I really suggest you go out and purchase that class on Shark Dress Success School, because it'll break it down for you and it will give you the opportunity to go through the things that you need in your life, the things that you've just wanted in your life, and the things that you must have in your life in order to get yourself to the next level. So that's a big one for me. What else? The other thing that I want to remind everyone is, again, because it's been coming up, it comes up a lot in my coaching sessions, this debt and getting out of crushing debt. And one of my favorite tools is on NerdWallet, and it is the loan payoff calculator. And I'm going to put a link to it. And it really, you're going to need some things in order to use it properly. You'll need to be able to list out all of your debts, the amount owed, the minimum payments, and the interest rates on all of them. But once you have that information, it'll actually help you come up with a debt payoff plan. And it can tell you what happens if you put an extra $100 a month towards paying off your debt, $500 a month towards paying off your debt, whatever it is, whatever the number is that you can put in extra. It'll show you the date that you'll become debt free, and it'll show you how that will change the more you can put towards paying off your debt. So I know that for a lot of you, that is going to be one of the money goals that you're going to have. And I think that tool is kind of like that's like a must-have. That's a great resource, because it can give you a feeling of almost relief, because it'll tell you when this debt is going to end. Because right now, when you're inside that crushing debt, it just feels like it'll never end. And if you don't create a plan, it won't end, right? You'll just continue spiraling and spiraling. But if you create this payoff plan, and you can talk to me about this, because this is some of the things that I do with my clients. We talk about it, and we create debt payoff plans, and it's all about, this is in conjunction with like doing your budget and figuring out how much extra money you can put and learning how to pay yourself first. But once you do that, and once you create that, and you get this like, I'll be debt free by, April 2020, there's an end date, right? This debt is not crushing anymore. You are not going to be in this forever anymore. Now you know what you're working towards. So it's all about, again, getting so specific with those goals and setting an end date, setting a target date for yourself. I have another class on Shark Success School, which is actually a tool, and it's my Sharky goal setting tool. You can also look at that. I think that's going to be a huge resource for you if you don't really know how to set goals. And that will take you through my process of setting goals, start to finish. And it will even give you a tool to do it. So check that out. Good luck with your goals. I want to see your visual aids. So if you've done any and you want to show us, you want to show me, please comment on this video. I'd love to see it. If you've got a vision board, if you've got a vision wall. I recently saw that and it was super cool. One of my clients showed me an entire wall that she had done in her bedroom of all of her goals, not just money. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment here, and I am available. I will be answering questions. Also, if you need one-on-one support, please reach out to me. Or I can set a link, I can put a link here and you can schedule yourself for an appointment, and we can talk about how you can create a plan for yourself going forward. Also, don't forget, I have, Halloween is coming up, and we will be having an annual costume contest in my office. So get ready for that, and you will all get a chance to vote on who in my office has the best costume. I'm super excited for that. Super excited for Halloween. I don't know what I'm going to be yet. This is like the first year that I haven't been planning because I've been so busy. So tonight I was actually going through ideas in my head of what I'm going to be. So if you have ideas on what I can be for Halloween, something that I could put together, maybe a DIY Halloween costume that you think is awesome, please post that for me as well. And I have my money spell kits for sale, keeping with the enchanting witchy theme. You can buy those on my Facebook page on the shop tab, and they're really cool. It's a bath ritual that you can do to channel in wealth and abundance. And I actually just got a text message from somebody who did it this morning. I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's talk about money now. So that'll get you in the mood and in the spirit of talking about money and channeling money and opening up your life for money, and to reach your goals. So do that as well. And that's it for tonight. I will see you later in the week. and also next Monday with my next Money Monday. Bye, everyone.